What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Matt Get the Hands back to you with another video. And in this haircut tutorial, I will be doing a number 3, actually a 2.5 with the grain. As you can tell, my man has been woofing for a good 3 months. We're going to go ahead and start using my cordless wall seniors with the Stay Gifted transparent clipper lid on there. And also the official Tune 45 power clip. That way I can lay it down on my Tune 45 mat and have it charging wirelessly. But as you can tell, my man dipping right here. 2.5 with the grain all the way around. We're gonna go ahead and do a taper, blowout, however you want to call it. We're gonna go ahead and taper out the back and the sides, ball tapers, and we're gonna add some color enhancements because right here when I start cutting down, you can tell it's a little bit lighter, and that's just because of his hair pattern. So what that color enhancement does is kind of fill in those small areas of where it's kind of light at. Right here, the first guideline using the Barber skeleton trimmers. These things are super fire. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the lever all the way open, going up about 1/2 inch. And guys, the reason why I have this glove on is because I almost took my finger off. As you can tell in the thumbnail of this video, your man was leaking. I had to go to a walk-in clinic and get it stitched up with the glue. But yeah, man, those Tune 45 shears are super sharp. I was actually doing graduation and I cut the tip of my middle finger almost off. Like the blade went through it, and I didn't know. It's funny to say this, but I didn't know that I actually cut myself until I was like, wait a minute, that's not the hair, that's my finger. That's how smooth and sharp that blade went through my skin. But back to the tutorial, guys. This is a number 2 guard, lever all the way open, and that's just basically debulking whatever I did on the side to blend into that 2 open. And right here I turned the clipper around and started going with the grain to kind of soften that wave up. It's not really a line, it's just more so a wave, and you just want to make sure to blend a little better. If you go with the grain, even with the lower guard, it'll help. Alright, now this is a 1.5 guard all the way open, and I'm trying to just soften up whatever the 2 guard left behind. And then what I'll do at the end is I'll take my 1 guard open and kind of brush some dark spots off before I use the 1/2 guard to blend everything in together. Back to the 1 guard, lever open, just removing some dark spots, going back and using the 1 guard open. And then now this is the 1/2 guard or your 1/16 guard, depending on what system you use. Guys, don't pay attention to a little bit of that bulk in the, around the neck area, around that super bone area. I come back later on in the video. I don't put it on camera, but I detailed my work and I make sure that area is a little more blended. So don't worry, guys. I know you're probably gonna say, oh, you left the line in the back. It's not blended in all the way. Yeah. Just pay attention to the tutorial, okay? Y'all worry about the wrong things. Alright, so basically what I started with the lever all the way open and made it to the closed position to blend that all the way through. And again, I'll come back and soften up that parietal, that super bone area. So I put my guideline in with the trimmers, and now again, starting with the lever open and working to the closed position to blend that line out until I make my way to the next guideline, which is the 1 open. And I don't want to go too much into where the edge up is to the right side, because I want to kind of leave that around a 2 or 2 open, which right here, this is a 2 guard all the way open. I want to leave that a little bit darker, that way when I line it up, it pops. And right around the C cup area, I want to leave that a little bit darker too, to add that C cup for the lineup. But the taper is coming together. He likes more of like a low mid taper, so we're gonna go ahead and not do it too high. If I were to do a high taper, I would completely take off the C cup area, and I would also put my guideline from almost the top of his ear all the way to his edge up, straight across. So my first guideline was real low, and I wanted to make sure I keep that taper low too. When I line it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now this is the half guard. I do the same steps. One open, two open, and then I'll come back and use the half. So again, what you do to one side, you do to the other. So go ahead and watch this side, listen to the beat, enjoy it, and I'll go ahead and jump back on whenever we start the lineup. Alright, so this is where everything comes together. You start to see a little bit of imperfections, little areas that you can clean up. But as soon as you put that lineup on a haircut, it just takes it to another level. And then when you put that color enhancement on there, it takes it to a whole nother level. But as you can tell, look, it's a low taper. When I put that C cup on there, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And alright, so right here, make sure all the hair is combed down when you line this up. You may find yourself using like some spritz or holding spray sometimes with these type of lineups with the waves to kind of hold that hair in place, but I went ahead and just combed the hair all the way through and started to line them up. Making sure I don't go too far back into his edge up, because even though he's a little lighter right there, you can still see the line, it's still there, and then we're going to add some color enhancement to fill in those light areas. But my man, this is his homecoming haircut, so he was looking fly on homecoming. Man was dipping. But you're gonna see one, look right here. I'm using the Sean Cuts Hair color enhancement card. If you want to look him up on Instagram, at Sean Cuts Hair. He actually sells these templates. Check him out. Support the movement. Support. Man, he's part of the Tomb Squad too. So look him up on Instagram. Sean Cuts Hair. He carries these. He's the plug for these. And like I said, guys, that color enhancement, you're not fixing nothing, you're just enhancing the haircut. And man, look at that, just took it to a whole nother level. Add a little bit of a razor work on there. But this is pretty much the end of the haircut, guys. A 2.5 with the grain with a ball blowout, ball taper with some waves. Man is dipping. If you are not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's get this channel to 100K. And as always, Team Gifted, stay gifted.